With the introduction of dynamic arrays, Excel users create long, complex, nested functions with variables. The only way to reuse these functions is to save them in a Lambda function as a defined name. However, they will only be available in the file where you create them, not in any other Excel file. I am Nabil Murad. In this tutorial, I show you how to save a function as an AutoCorrect entry and reuse it in any Excel file without redoing the hard work and without a Lambda function. Let's have a look. In this file, I created a function that builds a full year calendar. It's a Lambda function stored with the defined name calendar. You can watch the tutorial to learn how I created this function. All what I need to do to build an entire year calendar, I type equal calendar, and then I hit tab. I select the year for which I want to build the calendar. I close the bracket, and that's it. Here is my full year calendar. In another tutorial, I created a function that can unpivot any list or table, a functionality that we usually do in Power Query. So in cell A9, I'm going to type this complex function. You can learn how I created it by watching my tutorial. The link is in the description below the video. All what I'm going to do is to type an equal sign and to paste this function. When I hit enter, I would have unpivoted the list. These two complex functions can be reused in any file if I save them as an AutoCorrect entry. Let's start with the first one. Here is the Lambda function saved with the defined name calendar. I made a simple modification in this function. I changed it to a let function that requires only the year for which I want to build the calendar. I'm going to select it. I copy it with the equal sign. Control C to copy. I hit escape. And then I go to the Excel options dialog box. I click on File. I click on Options. In the Excel options dialog box, I click on Proofing. I click on AutoCorrect Options. The AutoCorrect dialog box opens. I type an abbreviation for the function. It's case sensitive. I'm going to name it AnyY, short for any year. And in the with box, I'm going to paste my function, and then I hit Add. I hit OK, and I close the Excel options dialog box. I want to test my AutoCorrect entry. Then in cell B4, I type AnyY and then a space. I hit enter, and here is my calendar. It's available in any Excel file. Let me try it in a new workbook. So if I open a new workbook, Control N, and then in cell E2, I want a calendar for 2023. And then I start typing my calendar. I type the AutoCorrect entry AnyY, followed by a space. I hit enter, and here is a full year calendar. Of course, it needs some formatting. Let's go back and add another AutoCorrect entry for unpivoting. Here is the let function that I used for unpivoting. It requires one single variable, which is the list or table I want to unpivot. I select it, and then I copy it with the equal sign. Control C to copy. I hit escape. Now I want to open the Excel options dialog box. The shortcut is Alt FTP, P for proofing. And then I click on AutoCorrect option. This time I'm going to name it UnPT. And I paste my let function. I hit add. And then I hit OK. And I close the Excel options dialog box. Let me test. On a different worksheet, I have another list. So I type UnPT, and then I type a space. All what I need to do is to select the range to unpivot. And when I hit enter, I would have unpivoted this list. Saving complex functions as an AutoCorrect entry makes your function reusable in any Excel file. If you found value in this tutorial, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel to be notified when new tutorials are released. The best is yet to come. Thanks for watching and see you next time.